On April 23, 1994, in Memphis, Tennessee, Paula Malone and her husband were doing all they could to make sure their 17-year-old daughter, Amanda, would have a memorable and safe junior prom. But there was one danger they never even thought to worry about.
Come on, let's see. Makeup okay?
Well, that day was just a day of dress up altogether. Went to the beauty salon. I got the nails done. Went and had a makeover. All the typical girl things.
You look great.
Amanda's younger sister, Vicky, went to the same high school.
Before prom, and she said, I want to go, but I don't have a date. And then one day, she came home and she said, I'm going to ask Nick. You know, he's really nice. He's not like all the other guys. Usually the guy asked the girl, but he was too young to go to the prom, so she had to ask.
16-year-old Nick King came to pick Amanda up around 7 p.m.
I knew absolutely nothing about Nick, which is real unusual. We're old-fashioned, strict parents. We usually want to know everything on the front end.
Hey.
Hey.
She looked good that night. She had her dress on, and she was ready to go.
You know how it is.
Anytime that Amanda goes out on a date, Kenny always talks to the date first. He tells them there'll be no drinking, no drugs, watch how you drive, treat her like a lady, and if you touch her, I'll kill you.
Love you too. Love y'all too. Bye.
She was not my daughter at that moment. She was a young lady that I hadn't seen before. She looked grown up.
At the prom, Amanda met up with her best friend, Crystal Burrows.
We decided to get our pictures taken first. It was our first prom. The theme was anything for love. We all went out on the dance floor and started dancing. And it was just the girls. Because our boyfriends don't like to dance.
I'm not a good dancer, but we got a couple slow dances in. And we were waiting all afternoon to hear the song by Tim McGraw, Don't Take the Girl.
Johnny's daddy was taking him fishing when he was 8 years old.
All right, Bolton High School, show me what you got one time on your 1994 prom.
Get it from there.
Erin Umbras was also dancing with Amanda and Crystal.
Amanda turned to me and she was like, yo, I'm thirsty. As soon as she said that, she turns back around and she's like, I need a drink now. And so she starts running. You didn't think anything of it. Amanda's always thirsty. But she was trying to drink it out of her hands, and she couldn't swallow it. She kept telling me she couldn't breathe. I was just confused. I could tell something was wrong with her, but I didn't know what.
Erin went to the chaperone's table and told substitute teacher Patricia Westbrook what was happening.
Amanda was sitting against the wall in a chair, and she was shaking. She was having trouble breathing. She kept needing to throw up, but she couldn't. So that's when I started asking her, have you had anything to drink? Did you use anything as far as drugs? And when she assured us that she had not, I thought she had just gotten overheated.
Amanda, here's Nick. Control. Can't breathe. Okay. I'm sorry.
She could barely breathe. She's like gasping for air. Her face started getting blue, and she started breaking out with whelps. And the principal said we should take her home. I told him no, I was going to go ahead and take her to the hospital because I thought she was real sick.
Her head was kind of bobbing. She was purple, hives, chill bumps, and she was real limp. And I was real confused, and I just couldn't understand why. I didn't know what was wrong with her.
My heart was beating fast, but I knew I had to stay calm. Talk to me. Stay awake. We'll be there in a minute. You there? And she was gasping for air. I've had asthma before, and I know what it's like not to breathe. We're almost there. I just knew it was serious. Be there in a minute. Stay awake. It was chilly outside, and so I had the windows down, trying to keep her awake because she wanted to go to sleep. And I wouldn't let her all the way there. I was afraid if she went to sleep, she wouldn't wake up.
Nick called Amanda's parents on the car phone and told them to come to the hospital.
I was petrified. I didn't know what I'd find when I got there. I was afraid of what I would find when I got there. I didn't know if she was still alive.
Oh, God.
They opened her car door and she fell out. She was just lifeless at that point. She could not hold her head up. And her hands. She was so cold.
Okay, come on, honey. Andy, you okay, darling? What's going on? Andy. Come on, you okay?
I was hoping she'd be all right. Just like saying, don't take the girl, because I didn't know what was going to happen to her.
Can you hear me?
At Baptist Memorial Hospital East, Amanda was put under the care of emergency physician Thomas Farah.
Amanda was exhibiting all the signs and symptoms of a severe allergic reaction.
Let's give her 0.3 of epi sub-Q. Are you mom and dad?
Yes. And they immediately gave her a shot, and then they asked us to leave the room, which was probably the most disturbing thing to us that night. I understand the reason for that, but I didn't want to leave her. She still wasn't out of danger, and I knew she was still having some difficulty, and I did not want to leave her.
Oh, these kids. Hi, girls.
The first thing that was running through all our minds was that she's going to die. I was going out of my mind, and we just were scared. And we talked about how happy Amanda had been and how Amanda just had to be okay.
Go ahead. Keep breathing, Amanda.
How are you doing, hon?
It was very fortunate that her boyfriend brought her to the emergency department when he did. Without medical treatment, a severe allergic reaction can be fatal.
Amanda, here's your parents. Hey, darling. You okay?
They told us we could come back to see her, and
Feel any better?
she talked very little. She was just like she was just worn out.
Have you scared, dear? You okay? Look here, my mama's
Is there anything you
saying.
need, dear?
When she told me that she was able to breathe, and I could see that she was doing better, it felt like someone took 10 tons of brick off of me.
It scares me to think of what would happen to me. It scares me real bad. Thank God that Nick knew what to do.
Hi,
Hey.
can I come here?
Yeah.
And the next day, I was sitting in the hospital bed, and Nick goes, you know that song I played for you last night? He goes, well, I want you to listen to it. And he brought me the tape recorder with the song on it, and he put it at this certain spot. It was about a little girl and a little boy, and they grew up together. Then later on down the road, she gets real sick, and he got down on his knees and he prayed to God, just don't let her die. It just made me cry because it made me realize how much he cared for me. And, he means a lot to me. It just meant a lot to me.
3 and 4.
Tests subsequently confirmed that Amanda had suffered a severe allergic reaction to shrimp she ate at dinner before the prom. She now carries epinephrine in case of another reaction.
We joke about it now. We tease her every now and then. We tell her if she doesn't behave herself, we'll take her out to eat shrimp. And she laughs. But I think it kind of made us all realize how valuable our lives were. And it just brought us closer together and made us stronger, more mature people.
Our relationship in the future could depend on a lot of things. College, maybe marriage, who knows? Instead of just being boyfriend and girlfriend. Amanda and I are now best friends, which is better. I mean, we both like it better that way.
I can't even think of life without him right now. We'll always be friends if we're not companions, because I always feel like that no matter how distant we are, that I'll be able to call him for anything I need.